So guys, in this lecture we'll be discussing about the modes of transmission or routes of transmission of AIDS. Now AIDS is itself a very large topic, so we cannot cover it in single video. So we'll cover first of all the routes of transmission of AIDS. Okay, routes of transmission of AIDS. So what is AIDS? We know that it is acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Okay, and we also know that it was discovered in 1981 for the first time in the USA, United States of America. Okay, now uh, we also know that there are around 40 million cases all over the world of AIDS. Okay, now what is the etiological agent? We know that it is caused by an RNA etiological agent of AIDS is, we know it is caused by an RNA, that is a retrovirus and called as HIV virus. Okay, and we also know there are four members of human retroviruses in two groups. Okay, so this was just the summary of AIDS. Now we'll be discussing about the routes of transmission. So there are basically five routes of transmission. Okay, five routes of transmission. We'll be discussing one by one in detail as given below. So first and most common route of transmission, as we all know, is the sexual transmission. We know that it is an STD, that is sexually transmitted disease. So the first is the sexual transmission. Sexual contact is the main mode of spread. Okay, it is also the main mode. It is the main mode of transport of the HIV transmission, and it constitutes 75%, a whooping of 75% of all the routes of transmissions, okay, of all cases of HIV transmission. Now sexual also in this in cases of AIDS in the industrialized world, uh, heterosexual promiscuity and homosexual or bisexual males have more chances of dominant HIV infection in Asian and African countries. Okay, second point, sexual transmission done. Second point is transmission in via blood and blood products. So this constitutes around the next largest, that is 25%, and it is the transmission via blood and blood products. Blood and blood products. Okay, and it occurs in three types of high risk population. First, intravenous drug abusers, IV drug abusers. IV drug abusers have, they share the needles, syringes, and compromise 10% of all the new HIV cases globally. Okay, they share the needles, syringes, and stuff. Second is hemophiliacs. Hemophiliacs who have received large amounts of clotting factor concentrates from pooled blood. Okay, from multiple donors. They have multiple donors. So this does increase the chance of the HIV transmission. Third is the recipient of HIV. Okay, now recipient of HIV infection, recipient of HIV infected blood and blood products. Okay, so we'll again summarize. First, sexual transmission. Second, 25%, which constitutes is transmission via blood or blood products. Third, now in this category we have three different types. Okay, first is IV drug abusers, second is hemophiliacs, and the third is recipient of HIV infected blood and blood products. Okay, blood products. So I have received multiple transfusions of whole blood or blood components like plasma, platelets, and stuff. Third is mother to child transmission. Now remember this thing, that rate of transmission of HIV infection from an infected mother to a child during pregnancy, labor, to child during pregnancy, labor, delivery, and breastfeeding is 15 to 45%. Remember these very important thing. Okay, fourth is occupational transmission. Okay, occupational transmission. They are always an risks of getting transmission. They're having transmissions of HIV infection, and they majorly consider of HCW, that is healthcare workers. Okay, they and laboratory workers also, persons who work in the blood labs and stuff. They are engaged in disposal of waste and sharp objects, and hence they are prone to the infection of transmission of the HIV. Okay, fifth and last is the transmission by body fluids. Transmission by body fluids. Although besides bloods, HIV has been also isolated and identified with other body fluids like breast milk, CSF, synovial fluid, pleural fluid, peritoneal fluid, other secretions such as that semen, vaginal secretions, and all the other body fluids. Okay, but there is no definite evidence that HIV transmission can occur by any of these fluids. Okay, so this was all about the routes of transmission. Okay, the last one I'll read again: transmission by other body fluids. So this was all about your routes of transmission of HIV virus, that is the virus of AIDS. Thank you. Please do tell me your comment, valuable feedback in the comment section. Thank you.